Now, the government of Ghana has reached a staff-level agreement for a $3 billion extended credit facility with the International Monetary Fund. We have more details in this report.
The staff-level agreement was reached after almost 6 months of engagement with the International Monetary Fund, IMF. This will pave way for the board of the fund to negotiate and probably approve a program for the country. Ghana returned to the IMF for an economic bailout in July 2022 to enable the country meet its balance of payments obligations and restore the ailing economy on a path of recovery. It is the second time in the past 3 years and the 17th since independence that Ghana has turned to the IMF for help. Speaking at a press conference, Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta noted that government is committed to complete all previous and ongoing engagements to ensure it secures a deal with the IMF by the first quarter of 2023.
The key deliverables over the period include the preparation of the PCPEC program, medium-term macroeconomic framework, debt sustainability analysis and debt management strategy, structural reforms to address structural bottlenecks, improve competitiveness and promote efficiency and effectiveness, a memorandum of economic and financial policies, and an agreement on prior actions which are expected to be completed before the fund goes to the board. All of this indicate that Ghana stands ready to complete all the prior actions before this is successfully done, certainly within the first quarter of next year, looking at the end of January, if we can push it as we have done this one.
One of the requirements Ghana had to fulfill to pass this step of the negotiations was the institution of a domestic debt exchange program. Upon the announcement, several labor unions, including the Trades Union Congress, have kicked against the program. But the finance minister indicated government's willingness to engage stakeholders over their concerns on the program.
We know what I talked about, the landing zone or the bookends. So it's within that framework that any accommodations will have to be made. So yes, we are certainly listening. We've had a lot of engagements and we'll continue with the unions and really also all of us asking ourselves whether an orderly process to where we want to go is what we all seek, and within that what sacrifices and burden sharing that we have. I think part of the assurance is that by the time we conclude signing with the fund, there will be some issues of reforms and expenditure management, which all of us in Ghana are keen to. So that would bind us going forward to bring the type of confidence and assurances that we need for that.
On his part, the IMF mission chief to Ghana, Stefan Wuday, expressed optimism that adjustments made in the 2023 budget show how determined the government of Ghana is committed to restore macroeconomic stability. He noted that the fund will leverage the positive response of the economy through the staff-level agreement to get a board approval from the IMF Executive Board.
The Ghanaian authorities have committed to a wide-ranging economic reform program which builds on the government's post-COVID-19 program for economic growth, the PCPEG, and a program that tackles the deep challenges facing the country. It includes reforms to ensure the sustainability of public finances, and to do so the government will implement policies that lead to a reduction in the fiscal deficit, by enhancing domestic revenue mobilization and by streamlining spending. The government also announced a comprehensive debt restructuring. The program will also include reforms to strengthen fiscal transparency and public financial management, improve the management of public enterprises, bolster governance, and tackle structural challenges in the energy and cocoa sectors. Reducing inflation, preserving financial stability, enhancing the resilience to external shocks, improving market convenience are all also very important program priorities. Importantly, the program will seek to protect the most vulnerable and create space for growth-enhancing measures and social spending.
After months of negotiations, Ghana has reached a staff-level agreement with the IMF. This is just one of the steps in the whole process, which is geared towards restoring macroeconomic stability. There are 2 more steps to go, and the Finance Minister, Ken Ofori-Atta, has assured that government will work assiduously to ensure that the country secures a deal with the fund. For Citi News, I am Neteli Nete Ajaho.